I believe that's a problem for them. You know, you never really know. It's a tricky part of the world, and that's something that they've never asked because they're tough and they're good fighters and all, but they're not going to be blowing ships out of the water anymore, so that's what we wanted. I've met such great people, and as you know, that we're trying to give Yemen a chance, and we're going to give Syria a chance. With Yemen, they have a tremendous Houthi problem. I believe that's a problem for them. You know, you never really know. It's a tricky part of the world, but we were asked to stop firing at the Houthis, and that's something that they've never asked because they're tough and they're good fighters and all, but they're not going to be blowing ships out of the water anymore, so that's what we wanted. And we'll see how that works, but their emissaries were very, very strong on it, so that's a good thing for Yemen because they're trying to help themselves also, and we want them to get along with Saudi Arabia because that's been a big fight. And the other, of course, is Syria. We took out the sanctions, and that's been, I didn't even realize it's been many, many years that they've had sanctions, and as you know, there was a very big change at the top, and I thought that we have to give them a chance. They really have no chance with the sanctions. They were very biting. They were top of the line. Nobody could even deal with them. You couldn't make a phone call to Syria. So we did that, and I met the new leader of the country, and he's got a strong past. I'll be very nice. He got a strong past, but I liked him a lot. I think he'll be a great representative, and we'll see. You're going to have a strong past to put that one around. You cannot be a weak person. If you're a weak person, we would just be wasting time. So he's a strong guy, and I thought he was good, and let's see what happens. But we're going to give him a fighting chance by taking off the sanctions. So we've actually been praised for that. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia was very strong. Please do that. He wanted it done. The President of Turkey wanted it done. President Erdogan called me, said, is there any way you could do that? Because if you don't do that, they don't have a chance. And so I did it, and it's actually been very popular. The Emir liked it a lot. It's been very, very popular. So let's see what happens, but it's my honor to have done it. And with that, we're surrounded by some of the greatest business people in the world. We just had a tremendous order of Boeing. This is Boeing, and this is General Electric. And General Electric, I hear, makes the best large airplane engine in the world by not even a contest. Maybe I'll have to change my engines one day in my plane because they're not General Electric. But, it's one of those things. But I hear you make the best engines in the world, Larry. Larry's, somehow his people at General Electric, first of all, it's one of the greatest turnarounds that you'll ever see in a company because when you took it over, it was, I want to be respectful, General Electric was in trouble.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update.